One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder blue-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the UCLA Bruins. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Still on his feet. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Looking for a productive play on first down. Floats it out in space. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The Bruin uniforms look pretty, but don't let it fool you. They'll stick their face in the fan and run it tough like a Freeman McNeil used to.
Okay, a good pull. Freeman McNeil, I don't remember him, but I do remember a guy like Maurice Jones-Drew, who's a little bowling ball and just ran physical, and just finding those guys that you can feature in your offense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Across the 15. Got a lot of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bruins!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Davis looking to pass. Unloads to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Boots his first of the day away. Was called on 4 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They feed him again. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to be trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need
open runway ahead. The 40. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
Number 26.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have.
And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Davis will throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end route.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 20. Down at the 26. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, going up top. Looking for a deep man. And that pass picked off. And after the interception, he steps out of bounds, and he's swung a little momentum on the final play of the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
A lot of times you can tell by the pass set, that tackle gets really, really quick. You can tell that ball's going to come out quick. Great job by the defensive end, seeing the ball come out quick, getting his hands in the air, and deflecting the football.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Davis looking to pass. This time he's got his man.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field, score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little-known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA. You know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last kick.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Miles. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Got his man on the outside. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. They're trying to get to it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking it.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Whitaker. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Davis will throw. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bruins! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. It looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Davis looking to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it away first and will start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Whitaker. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Davis will throw. He's got his man. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. Handoff from the gun. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. They'll throw it on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys.
And the ball's on the ground. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The give to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Wide receiver coming across in motion. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem, and the QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Davis looking to pass. Floating away. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. To catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going to do that. Nice job.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21.
That makes the score UCLA 28, Michigan 21.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Got room at the 35. The expressway is wide open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins! They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Duke is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to Louisville. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCLA! The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. First down here for the offense. They'll give it on the counter. At the 35, he's loose. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 26.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the returner will be brought down.
UCLA Bruins will take over. First and 10.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
Ready up.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. That's reeled in. It's Miles. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Fourth down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
On the set.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here.
And blue.
Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
Going up top on 1st down. Looking deep. And the ball is intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Got a man, it's Miles. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. Ball spotted at the 21, it's 1st down. They'll leave it with him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Leaves it with the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beat me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the 2nd half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation